Collecting consoles can be very difficult because you want to pick something that you'll enjoy playing, but you also don't want to buy something that is super expensive. And in this video, I'm talking about 4 different consoles that are the best consoles to pick up right now and start collecting for. Before we do get started, I want to tell you that I'm only talking about 4 of these, so if you've got any consoles that you think I should talk about maybe in a future video or whatnot, comment down below and let's keep that conversation going after this video. But with that being said, let's go back to the video now. The first console I am talking about is obviously the Wii. If you couldn't tell already, this is the Wii. Now, I'm specifically saying the Wii with the GameCube ports because that just gives you a little bit more adage in case you stumble upon a GameCube game. But if you just get a normal Wii, that is totally okay as well. This is an awesome system, and if you're on a budget or not, this can be a great way to play games. Now, I love the Wii. The motion controls for it are actually pretty awesome. I really enjoy playing those motion control games back on my CRT behind me, and I really just have fun. Anytime I grab a Wii game off the shelf and I play it, I enjoy it, whether or not it's one of the great games like one of the Mario games or Smash or anything like that, or if it's just a really bad shovelware third-party game. I still end up having fun with it, and ultimately that's what this is all about. Whether or not I get the game for $5 or $45, it doesn't really matter as long as the games are fun. And every time I grab my Wii and get to playing it, I just have so much fun with it. And that's why it's the first thing on this list, is because the Wii is a ton of fun. You can find them almost anywhere. There's a ton of games. Depending on what kind of games you like, you can find those on the Wii. And that's why this has to be the first thing that I talk about. The next system that you must have, at least in my mind, is the Xbox Original. Now, this thing is a big, clunky behemoth, but the games that came out on this in this age are some of the best and some of my favorite. Now, I know someone's gonna comment now, right now, and stop the video and say, don't forget the PS2. If you're like that guy, just wait, I'll get to it. But for now, the Xbox Original is a system that I love to pick up because I always see the games for this system under $5, and every time I pick them up, I end up having some kind of fun with it. Now, the games might not look the best because it's not like an Xbox Series X, but to be honest, I'm not into it for the best graphics. I like to play those old games for this. So anytime I can find an Xbox Original game for under $5 or maybe even under $10 that is not in my collection, I always have to go out and get it. And so this is a system I just have to include on this list because there are so many awesome games for it. The first Halo alone makes this game worth it, but then you have the whole library, which is amazing as well. If you are a PlayStation 2 fan and you don't have an Xbox Original, you're really messing up because that just opens up the potential for you to find the game cheaper on the other system, and that's one reason I have the Xbox Original and my PlayStation 2. They both are awesome at what they are, but sometimes I can find the exact same game on the other system cheaper at like a thrift store, so it's obvious I have to have both. Since I already brought it up, let's go ahead and talk about the PlayStation 2. Now, this is a PlayStation 2 Slim. Over here, I've got my fat PlayStation 2. I just grabbed this one because it's not all hooked up. But either way, if you are looking for a console to either play awesome games or get games for cheap, this is another one of those systems that you should have in your collection. You can find these systems for like $40 or up. Sometimes you'll get lucky and find them in a thrift store for $20, but realistically, you shouldn't have to spend more than $50 for a console, and then you can go out and find games that you are interested in at the thrift stores, the Goodwills, the flea market, wherever you're looking, and I always seem to find awesome PlayStation 2 games. Now, if you watched my recent $20 game pickups video or game collection video, you know that I picked up Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the PlayStation 2 and it was really cheap. Well, that actually might have been the Xbox original. But either way, it was cheap, and I love going to thrift stores and finding games for this system for, again, $5 to $10. I can have so much fun with the system as it is, but you can also find cheap games if that's what you're going after. The last system we are talking about is the Xbox 360. This is the Slim Edition, and this is the one I have had for a ton of years, and it still works, and it's a total awesome system. But why is the Xbox 360 on this list and other games systems aren't? Well, a lot of people would say, no, you don't need an Xbox 360, you need a PS3. Well, for me, I have more nostalgia for the Xbox 360, so I think that's why it kind of tops the PlayStation 3 in my mind. But at the same time, I go thrift store shopping and Goodwill shopping, and I see Xbox 360 games way more than I do PlayStation 3 games, which means my Xbox 360 collection is bigger, which means I have more games, I've played more games on it, and so that's why I prefer this system. Now, some people don't enjoy this, but I really do, and so I think this is one that if you don't have it in your collection, you probably should by now, because the games aren't really expensive. I know if you go to my local game store, you're looking at maybe a top game of like 20 bucks, maybe 30 bucks, but that's game store prices. Maybe if you go online or you find them at a Goodwill or something like that, you can get those games way cheaper. So this video isn't oriented on just cheapness, but it's a factor that factors into it, as well as how awesome the games are. And all of these systems are really awesome, and the Xbox 360 is no different. So there you have it. Those are 4 systems that I think you should have in your game collection right now. Are there systems that I missed? Yes, but I feel like this is a great starting place. So if you want to see me do another series, another video like this, comment down below and let me know. But also, if I didn't mention a system that you want to see, also let me know, because that's very important. I like to know what you're thinking. I want to know what you think compared to what I think, and I just want this conversation to keep going because I think this is an interesting topic. So if you like this video, comment down below and let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that cool stuff. Hit that bell notification. If you enjoyed this video or you enjoy this channel, go ahead and make sure you are supporting it in those ways. Also, if you're looking for merch, down below is a link that shows all the shirts that I sell. In the description, there is a link tree if you're interested in any of my social medias, or if you want to support the channel in another way, you can also click that join button down below. If you do that, you'll get videos about 24 hours before they are released, and it just helps me find more games and go hunting more. So if you like that video and any of my other content, check that stuff out. But with that being said, that's all I've got for you. Peace.